Communication, both verbal and written, is a very important aspect to human interaction in life. We as humans have the need to read and write in our daily lives. For most of us, reading and writing is a simple implicit task that we do not have to think about. However, this is not the case for some individuals that have visual impairment. Braille, or the language of the blind, is a writing system for the blind that uses raised dots for reading by touch. This system of writing forever changed the lives of the blind and the visually impaired. Braille was invented in 1829 by Louis Braille. Braille was born on January the 4th of 1809 in the town of Coupray, Paris. Coupray is a small town about 20 miles outside of Paris. Louis Braille lost his eyesight at a very young age. He lost his right eye at the age of 3 while he was playing with his father's cobbler tools. He accidentally punctured his right eye. The medicine at the time did not allow for Louis Braille's eyes to be saved. As the weeks went on, Louis's left eye began to swell because of the subsequent sympathetic ophthalmia. Because of this, Braille lost his left eye and became completely blind by the time that he was 5 years old. When Braille turned 10, his family thought that it was best for him to be sent to a school so that he could learn how to read and write. He was sent to a special school in Paris for the blind named Royal Institute for Blind Youth. At this boarding school in Paris, there are already over 100 boys and girls of all ages that were taught how to read, write, and how to play musical instruments. At the Royal Institute for Blind Youth boarding school, they taught their students how to read and write using a system created by Valentin Huay. This system of reading and writing was based on a regular Roman alphabet. In order to read, the students would have to slide their hands across the paper to feel the letters. The letters of the Roman alphabet were in relief upon the paper. This meant that the letters were slightly higher up than the paper. However, this system was not very useful or practical. The Roman alphabet has many letters that curved and bend in many ways that is hard for blind people to follow. The school noted there were only 3 or 4 students that knew how to properly read and write in this system. The original creator of the raised dot reading system was Captain Charles Barbier de la Serre. He created a system using dots for military tactics. In 1823, Barbier contacted the Institute for Blind Youth, inquiring if he could test his system of writing worked efficiently. The institute agreed, and the blind students were asked to participate in the testing of this new writing system. Once the students were taught how to use the Barbier system, they learned that it was much easier to read than the previous systems they knew. By 1825, at the age of 16, Louis Braille had created the essence of writing by touch, and he published it in 1829. Braille's dedication to improving the alphabet created by Barbier created a simpler touch alphabet for the blind. The Braille system is based on 6 dots arranged in 2 vertical columns for 3 dots each, which in turn creates 64 combinations, which are better suited for an alphabet. The invention of writing using raised dots was an event of enormous historic importance for the blind people. It was a milestone in the history of education for the blind, and it put the ability to read within their reach. The Braille system was accepted as the universal reading system for the blind at the Universal Congress for Amelioration of the Blind and Deaf Mutes held in Paris in 1878. Tactile and Braille signs are placed in all public buildings as a result of the Americans with Disabilities Act signed in 1990. They are found in many locations, such as on elevators or next to doors to show location. Tactile and Braille signs are considered assistive technology and are used to help blind and visually impaired people to find their way around buildings. Braille has allowed blind and visually impaired people to have a chance at a normal life. It has given them the opportunity to be more independent and to show that they are not different from anyone else.